Being overweight or having high levels of body fat, I think out of all the phases of my life, I had the lowest amount of confidence from. I could see like the face fat, I had no jawline, and I just had flabs and moobs, and I didn't really feel too good about the way that I looked, and it definitely had an impact on the way that I saw myself and the way that I interacted with people. So here's the smartest way, I would say, for you to lose that body fat in 2024 so you can become confident and finally become the best version of yourself. So number one is actually learning how to cook some decent food. The stuff that half of the guys eat, if I was to eat that, I'd probably still be fat, because you need to enjoy what you're putting in. It's the fuel you're going to be consuming every single day. But I think guys are so lazy, people are so lazy, they don't even want to spend an hour or two just learning a new way of cooking food that will actually be nice. If you learn how to cook something you enjoy, you're more likely to repeat it, you actually enjoy the process, and you're going to end up putting some time into a useful skill set which you can build over the rest of your life instead of wasting time scrolling on your phone or something like that. You know, put a podcast on and put some lo-fi beats on or something and just start cooking away. It's just a nice way to relax and reboot your system. The second tip I want to give you is to have an end goal or an end physique that you want to get to. For me, when I was coming back from COVID, I had that physique of getting to that Baywatch, lean and shredded, Zac Efron style physique. And that meant that when I was going through the tough days, I had a vision and something I was working towards, so I wasn't just going to stop midway. Like if you're driving from Manchester to London and your car breaks down or something, you can call AA and say, look, I'm trying to get to this place. So even if there's a hiccup, you're going to still find a way to get there. But if you're just aimless and you're just doing it without an end goal, it's very easy for you to stop at the first hurdle. So have an end goal, whatever your dream physique is, you know, look at it often, see what it's like, imagine what it's like to have that type of body, imagine the confidence you can have, imagine how people react when they see you, imagine the way you carry yourself when you speak to people. Keep that in mind, keep that at the top of your mind all times. The next tip I want to give you is to not overcomplicate your life. So you're getting in shape, building a business, getting A stars in your A levels or college or uni, whatever it is, it takes time and dedication. None of these things are easy. So what I would always recommend, that's what worked for me, is having phases in your life, like seasons of a TV show, where you focus and put more energy into one thing so you can do it to a high standard. I'm experiencing this firsthand now. Now that I've started work as a personal trainer, I'm building up my client base slowly. I found that my YouTube is sort of taking a backseat because I'm not having enough time and energy and thought power to put into it. I want to make sure that you watching this video don't make the same mistake. If you want to lose fat and get into shape, I would genuinely dedicate a good portion of your life to just that thing. I wouldn't add much extra to your plate because all that's going to do is detract from the main goal. Focus on that one thing, smash it out, get it to a good level, and then once you've done that, I would think about adding some extra stuff on to your lifestyle, let's say. The next is focusing on your inputs and not being so consumed by the outputs. Especially at the early stages, you're not going to be able to see the results firsthand. You're not going to be able to wake up and see a six-pack, so it's very easy for you to give up and just think things are not going your way. But what you can do is actually track your inputs, and this is what I mean by inputs: the things that you can control daily, the actions that you have under your control. If I was going to the gym, I wanted to lose weight, my inputs would be: am I eating good food? Am I sleeping on time? And am I training my scheduled training periods? If I'm doing those things, I can almost guarantee that I will get the end result. And you just want to build a process of being happy and being proud of getting those inputs ticked off, because even though you've got the perfect calorie counted to do 0.25 kg a week, you might not do that. So if you're only focused on the output and you don't get it, you're going to think, it's not working for me, I want to give up. However, if you're focused on ticking off your inputs, so waking up on time, training, eating, sleeping on time, you're going to feel good because you're making some sort of progress. The inputs you can control and the outputs you can't, so become obsessed with honing in those inputs. The next is to choose your surroundings wisely. Look at the kind of people or the boys that you've got around you. What are they doing on day-to-day life? Are they active? Are they trying to do things with their life? Are they trying to improve? Are they on a path of growth and a trajectory of growth, or are they trying to pull you back in the things that you're trying to do? Let's say you wanted to go out for a motive and you say, let's go play squash or play footy or play badminton or whatever it is, and they're like, nah, CBA, let's just come and just sit at home, eat burgers, play PlayStation all the time. I'm not bashing that, by the way. If you're surrounded by people who are unhealthy and have weak lifestyle habits, there's a very high chance you're going to be in that same boat as well. So it might be worth even just admitting to yourself, if I want to get in shape, I want to have the best physique, if I want to lose that fat, I might have to go solo for a certain period of time. But I promise you, the feeling of you coming out the other side, the kind of person that you're going to be, you'll be so much prouder and more confident in yourself because you've done it yourself and you didn't need external validation from anyone else in order to do it. That makes a massive change in the way that you act, the way that you carry yourself, and you get to this next level of confidence. It's like you climb over a wall and you climb over a bigger wall and you climb over a bigger one, and all of a sudden you can climb massive mountains that you never thought you could do just from starting off with one small step. And finally, I want to encourage you to not lie to yourself. You're worth more than you think you're worth, and I struggle with this a lot. Oftentimes when we want a big goal, we'll sort of lie to ourselves, saying that we don't actually deserve it, so we do self-sabotage. We have some self-limiting beliefs in our mind that just tell us that we're not worth that shredded physique, that we're not worth creating our own business, that we're not worth, standing up on your own 2 feet and getting the life that you want. But you have to break those down, otherwise you're not going to take those actions. You have to look in the mirror and say, I am worth having an incredible physique, an incredible body that's lean, aesthetic, athletic, that can do mad shit in the gym, that can do crazy stuff that you're actually proud of. Now, if you don't see that in yourself and you're not acting towards that, there is something in there that's, like, I'm not trying to get all wishy-washy here, but there's something that's holding you back. That's a mindset shift that you need to change. It could be something to do with your childhood, it could be something to do with the way that people have treated you, or the way that people have said things to you and you just don't think that you're worth it anymore. I can promise you that you are. You need to have a high opinion of yourself first. That's got to be number one. And if you do have that, then I promise you, you will get in shape, because you think to yourself, if I'm the best version of myself and I deserve to have a good body, I deserve to have a good family, I deserve to have a good friendship circle, you will do all these actions that I mentioned, and that will, without you even trying to, will ensure that you get into shape and have your best and lean physique. I had to tell myself that I'm better than what I am right now. I deserve more than this. And once I started repeating that to myself, that's when I started to take serious action. I didn't let no one get in my way. I focused and I locked in on my goal and got my shredded physique for the first time in my life. There's a lot more to it than just cutting calories and getting in the gym. You have to have the right mindset, and that's going to be the thing that determines the losers from the winners. But as always, bro, you know the message. Keep building, keep progressing. I'll catch you in the next one.